A young doctor, barely 33, steps out of his car in the rugged, misty mountains of North Wales. His hiking boots crunch on the gravel near Ogwen Cottage, and he slings a worn blue backpack over his shoulder, the zipper catching slightly as he adjusts it. It's July 2012, a warm summer day, and the peaks of Eryri, also called Snowdonia, stretch out like a jagged painting under a sky streaked with golden light. Shayne Eves Colaco, a psychiatrist from Hanley, Stoke-on-Trent, breathes in the crisp air, his dark hair ruffling in the breeze. He's alone, chasing a moment of peace in the wild, the kind of solitude he craves after weeks of helping patients navigate their darkest thoughts. He checks his map, a habit from past hikes, and starts toward the 3,209-foot Penyrol one, its summit a faint outline in the distance. Hours pass, then days, and he never returns to his little Fiat Seicento, parked silently by the valley trail. His family waits, his phone goes dead, and search teams scour the cliffs, finding nothing. No backpack, no footprints, no trace. For 12 years, Shayne's disappearance haunts North Wales, a puzzle wrapped in the mountain's misty embrace. His car sits abandoned, a rusty sentinel holding secrets no one can unlock, until May 2024, when a Coast Guard helicopter crew, out on a routine training run, spots a body in a steep gully. It's David Brookfield, a hiker missing since January, but as they recover him, a rescue volunteer, Evan Pritchard, 45, with a rugged face and graying beard, finds something else. A weathered blue jacket with a car key in the pocket. The key fits Shayne's Fiat. The discovery sends shockwaves, confirming Shayne's remains nearby, ending a decade-long mystery. Laura Colaco, Shayne's 30-year-old sister with weary brown eyes, clutches a locket with his photo, whispering, "We finally know. But what happened to Shayne, and why did it take over a decade to find him? Was it just a fall, or is there more to this tale?" Posts on X buzz with theories. Some call it mountain magic, others a cover-up, X post. But the truth remains elusive. Stick around, because this story starts with a hike and ends with a key that unlocks a mystery. Welcome to Story Room by Rico. Subscribe and hit the bell. Share where you're watching from in the comments. It's July 2012, and Shayne Colaco, a 33-year-old psychiatrist from Hanley, a gritty town in Stoke-on-Trent, England, decides he needs a break. The air in his flat feels heavy, the weight of his patients' stories pressing down after months of late-night sessions. Shayne's good at his job. Friends describe him as sharp, caring, maybe a bit of a dreamer with his quiet intensity and love for the outdoors. He's the kind of guy who'd rather climb a mountain than sit in a pub, his hiking boots worn from past adventures. So, he loads his Fiat Seicento with gear, a blue jacket, a water bottle, a map, and drives 3 hours to Eryri National Park, a place known for its wild beauty and treacherous trails. The Carnarvon Range, where he's headed, looms with rugged peaks, sudden fog, and paths that can trick even seasoned hikers. He parks near Ogwen Cottage, a stone building nestled in the valley, and steps out, the gravel crunching underfoot. It's a sunny morning, the kind that promises adventure, and Shayne's alone, a choice he's made before to savor the quiet. He's planned a route up Penyrol 1, leaving details with his sister Laura, who recalls. He said he'd be back by evening. But evening comes, and he doesn't return. His car sits untouched, windows fogged with time, and his phone goes silent. His family raises the alarm, panic creeping in as hours stretch into days. North Wales police and mountain rescue teams flood the area, their boots pounding the trails, helicopters buzzing overhead. They find nothing, no backpack, no footprints, no sign of Shayne. It's like the mountain swallowed him whole. Locals whisper about Eryri's dangers, where hikers can vanish without a trace. The wind, carrying their voices away. Shayne wasn't just any hiker, he was a doctor, trained to stay calm under pressure, his mind a steel trap. So how did he disappear? The Carnarvon's wild heart holds the answer. A place where beauty masks peril, and we'll dive into why it's a magnet for adventure and danger next. Eryri National Park, or Snowdonia, is like something out of a fantasy novel, its towering peaks drawing thousands of hikers every year with promises of stunning views and fresh air. The highest, Eryri, stands proud at 3,560 feet, but the Carnador Range, where Shayne vanished, is a different beast. Wilder, less forgiving, with steep cliffs and valleys that can turn deadly in a heartbeat. The weather here is a trickster, shifting from sunny skies to thick fog or pelting rain in minutes, a challenge even for the best prepared. In 2012 alone, rescue teams were called out 47 times for lost or stranded hikers, their radios crackling with urgency. Shayne wasn't a rookie. He'd tackled tough trails before, his map-reading skills honed from years of practice. But Eryri has a way of humbling everyone. Narrow paths can crumble underfoot, loose shale sliding into oblivion, and a wrong turn can lead to a sheer drop hundreds of feet down. Locals share tales of mountain spirits, old Welsh legends of forces that lure wanderers off the path, their voices hushed around village fires. Some call it nonsense, but when someone like Shayne vanishes, those stories don't seem so silly. Search teams deploy dogs, helicopters with thermal imaging, and volunteers with flashlights, combing the Ogwen Valley for days. Yet the Carnador gave up nothing, its rocky face hiding Shayne as if guarding a secret. This wasn't the only mystery. Other hikers had disappeared here, their stories adding to Eryri's eerie reputation. In 2009, a 65-year-old man was found at a cliff base weeks after vanishing near Eryri, his gear scattered. In 2015, a woman's backpack turned up in a storm, but her fate remained unknown. These cases, like Shayne's, hint at a pattern, a mountain that keeps its own counsel. And as we'll see next, Shayne's life story reveals why his loss hit so hard, a man whose absence left a void in Hanley. Shayne Colaco wasn't just a name on a missing persons report. He was a son, a friend, and a doctor who spent his days helping people untangle their minds. Born in 1979 in Stoke-on-Trent, a working-class city known for its pottery factories and tough spirit, Shayne grew up with a curiosity that set him apart. His parents, immigrants from India, instilled a drive in him, and by his early 30s, he'd earned a medical degree, becoming a psychiatrist with a knack for listening. Colleagues at the clinic in Hanley said he had a gift. Patients felt seen, their burdens lightened by his calm presence. But Shayne carried a quiet intensity, like he was always searching for something more, his dark eyes often lost in thought. He loved nature, escaping to the hills to clear his head, his blue jacket a familiar sight on local trails. Friends weren't shocked he'd gone hiking alone. It was his way of recharging, a ritual. Lara, his sister, remembers. He'd come back refreshed, full of stories, but they were stunned when he didn't return. His family clung to hope, picturing him lost but alive, maybe injured in a hidden valley. Lara, now 30, recalls the early days, her hands clutching the phone. "We thought he'd call any minute. Police chased every lead. Was he disoriented by fog? Did he slip on a wet rock? Or was there something darker? Foul play? A rare crime in those hills?" The lack of answers tore at everyone who knew him. His mother lighting candles each night, praying for a miracle. As months turned to years, Shayne's case became a lingering wound in Hanley, a community that rallied with vigils, their voices rising in the dark. Subscribe now, because what's happening behind the scenes in the search efforts would reveal just how tough it was to crack this case. Tale of persistence against a silent mountain. When Shayne didn't return, the response was swift and intense. North Wales police, mountain rescue teams, and dozens of volunteers flooded the Carnador Range, their boots pounding the rocky trails under a gray July sky. They searched for days, then weeks, covering miles of rugged terrain. The Ogwen Valley a hub of activity with tents and radios crackling. Helicopters buzzed overhead, their blades slicing the mist, while search dogs sniffed every crevice, their noses to the ground. The effort was massive. Thermal imaging scanned the peaks, and climbers rappelled down cliffs, but the mountain wasn't cooperating. Fog rolled in thick and fast. Rains washed away tracks, and the vastness of Eryri made it like hunting for a needle in a haystack. Rescue leader Evan Pritchard, 45, with a rugged face and graying beard, led a team, his hands gripping a map, We checked every ridge, every gully, nothing. They knew the stakes. Eryri's twists could turn a twisted ankle or sudden storm into a death sentence. Theories piled up. Maybe Shayne fell into a crevice, his body hidden by overhangs. Maybe he wandered off the path, disoriented by fog. Some wondered if he'd left willingly, but Lara shot that down. He loved us, his work. Why would he? By 2018, with no breakthroughs, a coroner declared him gone for good. A legal step to ease his family's pain. But they didn't buy it. Lara kept his room as it was, a shrine of hope. And years later, something totally unexpected would prove them right. A twist we'll uncover next, but first, let's explore other Eryri mysteries that might shed light on Shayne's fate. Shayne wasn't the only one to vanish in Eryri's mountains. The park has a haunting history of lost hikers, each case adding to its eerie lore. In 2009, a 65-year-old man disappeared near Yrwidfa. His body found weeks later at a cliff base, his walking stick broken beside him. In 2015, a 28-year-old woman went missing in a storm, her red backpack scattered across a slope, but her remains never surfaced, leaving her family in limbo. The Carnadow, where Shayne was last seen, is notorious. Its remote trails and unpredictable weather make it a trap for the unwary. Some cases stay unsolved. Back in the 1990s, a hiker's green rucksack turned up near Elwain Idwal, but no trace of him followed, fueling whispers of the mountain's pull. Locals swap stories of people who seem to evaporate, tales of Welsh spirits luring wanderers into the mist, their voices hushed over tea. Online forums like Reddit buzzed with Shayne's case, users posting theories, fog-induced panic, a rare predator, even a conspiracy of hidden caves. A 2025 X thread suggests a secret trail known to few, a path Shayne might have taken, though evidence is thin ex post. These stories kept Shayne's mystery alive, a pattern of disappearances that makes you wonder, was it just bad luck, or something stranger? The answer would come from an unlikely source, a 2024 search that turned the tide. If you're still watching, you need to subscribe. Fast forward to 2024. It's a chilly May morning in Eryri, and a new search is underway for David Brookfield, a 65-year-old hiker missing since January in the Ogwen Valley. A Coast Guard helicopter crew, out on a training exercise, scans the rugged Carnadow Range, their rotors cutting through the wind. They spot something, a body, weathered by months of exposure, tucked in a steep gully on Penure Ol 1. It's Brookfield. As they lower a winchman, rescue volunteer Evan Pritchard, 45, with sharp green eyes, joins the team, his hands steady on a rope. While recovering Brookfield, he finds something else, a weathered blue jacket snagged on a rock, its fabric faded but intact. Inside the pocket, a car key, rusted but recognizable. Not just any key, it matches the Fiat 600 parked 12 years ago by Shayne Colaco. The discovery sends shockwaves. Police confirm the remains nearby are Shayne's, ending a decade-long enigma. How? Had he stayed hidden? Experts guess he fell into a crevice, his body shielded by overhangs, weather and time erasing signs. Evan recalls, "It was like the mountain waited to tell us." Lara, tears in her eyes, says, "We can bring him home now." A 2025 theory on X hints at a hidden trail collapse, but it's unproven ex post. Shayne's family gets closure, but the mountains keep their secrets. Shayne Colaco's story is a stark reminder of how fragile life can be, even for a capable young doctor. He set out for a day of freedom in Eryri's wild beauty, his blue jacket bright against the green slopes, but the mountains had other plans. For 12 years, his disappearance haunted his family, his town, and the rescuers who never gave up, their flashlights piercing the night. The car key found in 2024 wasn't just a clue. It was a final note in a long, sad song, giving Lara and his mother a chance to mourn properly, their hands tracing his memory. Eryri's peaks still call to adventurers, their misty valleys a siren song, but Shayne's tale urges caution, respect for nature's power. His life, his passion for helping others, his love of the hills, lingers as a quiet echo, a mystery solved yet tinged with unanswered questions. What do you think? Did Shayne take a hidden path, or was it pure misfortune? Share your theories below. Like and subscribe for more true crime stories, and check our playlist for the Idaho murders to dive deeper. Let's honor Shayne by learning from his journey.